What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great hump day. That's right, we're midweek, and we're here to talk some birds. So I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time, whether you're watching this live tonight, watching this later, whenever it may be. Love to hear your thoughts. Appreciate you hitting that like button, subscribing, all the things you're doing to support the channel here. I cannot thank you enough, but I hope you all had yourselves a great day, having a great week so far. But the Eagles posted something very intriguing, and I was actually working on something else when they posted this, and I thought to myself, well, thank you, Eagles, because this is something I always love these things, and I always find them, intriguing. And trying my best to fill, these days with as much content as I possibly can with anything we can talk about here. But this one, really enjoy it. So got $15 and we're going to build the perfect squad. So I'm going to need you to join in here and let me know who you are putting on your squad. I'm going to show you the list here, and then I'm going to have it up next to the screen here so you can take a look at it while I'm talking here to you. So you can see here, man, they listed some pretty great players here. And, some of them you got to take at a value, depending on who you're looking at here. But there are a lot of great Eagles here and made it difficult at times for sure, trying to fit some of these people in for me. And I did make you one to show you who I picked. But then after that, I made a couple more. I was like, oh, man, I could make 37 of these and be excited about that roster. So this was pretty intriguing to me. So I'll just show you right off the bat who I had on my list. Then you can tell me who you have on your list. But this was the squad I first came up with here. You got Jalen Hurts at $3. Got to take him. Man, going to go down as the greatest quarterback in Eagles history. And at $3 there, I'm taking him. Darren Sproles, $1, man. And for this one, I had to have T.O., one of the greatest receivers of all time. Regardless of what happened here and all the things, regardless of all that, he's still one of the greatest of all time. Jeremy Maclin, one of the most slept-on receivers of all time. I love that dude. And before this past season where we had 2,000-yard receivers, we hadn't had one since he did it in like 2014, I believe it was. So, yeah, man, love me some Maclin. And then Dallas Goedert there. I think giving Jalen Hurts those kind of weapons, Owens, Maclin, Goddard, Sproul, holy, it would be unstoppable. Unstoppable, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, we have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, who are pretty effing good. Then you got Kenny G along with Swift and, Penny. So this squad right here that the Eagles actually have in real life, I feel is better than, any of these fantasy things. And that is saying something. So I'm going to move myself over here so you can actually just look at this damn thing while I'm talking to you. So, look, I think for me, this Eagles team right now, I've told you, I think we'll win the Super Bowl. I think we've got you have to stay healthy, but you have the capability here. You have the team that can do it. But, this is fun to look at because you've got, McNabb, who right now, the greatest of all time for the Eagles, Nick Foles, the only quarterback to win a Super Bowl there. Look, Randall Cunningham, one of my favorites, probably my first player. He is my first favorite player ever. Mike Vick was awesome to watch. But, look at those backs. Shady McCoy, Brian Westbrook, Ricky Waters is in there. Dude, they have so many effing good players on this list, and the receivers are just loaded, man. And, I know a lot of people don't watch some of these old school guys, but I think for me, depending on how old you are is probably how you're going to make this list. But, I heard of some of these greats, watch a lot of their tapes, because of my dad. But I think that I was lucky enough to watch some of these guys, Deshaun Jackson, Jeremy Maclin, Selleck. There's just so many great names up here, and it was intriguing for me. But I'd love to see your list, and I'll show you the other ones that I made here because there was just so many great players that it's like, oh, I got to have this guy here. But it was tough for me. But love to see your list. Who do you got? Who are you spending that $15 on? Yo, my man Drew in here. Let's effing go. Appreciate you tuning in, my man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you and the family are doing well. And let me hear your squad, dude. Who you got? Yo, all I know is, what do you know, my man? Yo, dude, hope you are doing well, Cole. Appreciate you taking the time. And how about it? Hurts for $3? Sign me up all day. And I would have been figuring out ways to get him if he were $5. So, you got to look for the value here. Sproles being at $1 was like, holy shit. But yeah, I had to go for that myself. So the Reggie is not up here. Jerome Brown either. No doubt, my man. So not mad at T.O. at all. Yeah, man. T.O., regardless of him, going to the Cowboys, that whole debacle, and it sucked. It really did. And I could not stand him for the longest time. I really, really could not stand him. But I do love the dude. And that was one of the happiest times. When we traded for him, I was losing my effing mind. So I'm always going to have love for him. I think the years have gone by where I've let go of all the things because it's a business, man, and things happen to him too. So it is what it is. But you see here, man, putting him with Hurts would be holy shit. That'd be pretty nuts, man. He is really effing good. But I did make a couple other ones, and I added, of course, Jalen Hurts at quarterback, but Brian Westbrook, man, one of my favorites to watch as a kid, and Deshaun Jackson in there. And then you've got the beast A.J. Brown with them. So I was able to get Keith Byers, A.J. Brown. And then you got your explosive guys in Jackson and Westbrook. And that was one I loved too. And again, I could have made 37 combinations here and been happy about them. But, to me, Deshaun Jackson, one of the greatest deep threats in NFL history. I remember how emphatic I was when we drafted him. You guys know the story there. But trading for A.J. Brown, that was huge. I mean, this team right here, oh, my God, I would be pretty effing thrilled with that. And look, I was trying to do combinations here with different quarterbacks, different things, and it was like, well, I want to save money here. I don't want to have this guy here. So it was definitely, for me, it was fun putting this together. And literally, if you gave me more time, I probably would have made 500 of these damn things. So definitely tough to put this together. But, going cheap on tight end, getting Byers there is not, any kind of bad consolation prize there, for $1. Same with Sproles. When I was looking there, it's like even Michael Vick for $1. It's like, oh, but if I need the leader, I need them to be, that guy. And that guy is Jalen Hurts. And if he's $3 right in the middle there, I don't know how I don't take Jalen Hurts, right? So for me, that's what it is. But if anybody else has their, who are you spending? Colin, Cole, anybody out there watching, you want to tell me how you're spending your $15. Who do you have on your Eagles fantasy squad here? And look, they left off. I saw some people were a little upset Zach Ertz wasn't on there. Look, he's still part of the Cardinals. So I think we're just talking about people that are on the Eagles or not on any team any longer. You know what I mean? So for me, it was probably pretty damn hard, thinking about what the Eagles content guy was like, because that's a lot of names. People are going to be pissed off at you either way, no matter who you put up there. So I think there's some good choices, though. But Hurts being at 3, man, easiest choice in the world for me. You know it, dude. And, Randall, look, Rocket Randall was my favorite player. And, growing up, that was my dude. And then it became Dawkins. But I think that, having him $1 more than Hurts, like, what are you talking about? No way, dude. Jalen Hurts is a better, passing quarterback. And look, the way he moves, his decision making when he's moving with his legs, I just think just a better quarterback all around. And that's why and I told you guys this a couple years ago. This is why I love Jalen Hurts so much, because I think he's going to be better than my first ever favorite player, Randall Cunningham. And getting to watch McNabb, getting to watch Michael Vick, and dude, seeing some really talented dual threat players, it's awesome, but it makes it hard to say something like that. But I'm telling you, I think people see it now, what I'm talking about. Jalen Hurts is the effing truth, my man. He is the truth. And mine too, dude. Had his and Reggie. Oh, I actually had to buy another Randall one to have here because I don't know what the hell happened to the older one. But the older one was a white one. This one is the green one. But that's always going to go down as one of my favorites. And I'm sorry to have omitted him from these lists here, but I made 3 of them. And that number 3 is special because, well, I went with the $3 quarterback again in Jalen Hurts. And this time I paired him with Shady McCoy, the $5 running back. Then I went Devontae Smith and Jeremy Maclin. Just think about the route work there. Just think about the broken ankles on the defense, having Devontae Smith and Jeremy Maclin. Then you got Selleck there for $2. I'm really I'm happy with that squad right there. I think that man, you talk about just the shiftiness, talk about breaking ankles, and then Selleck just there to run you over, or, while you're getting faked out by the other guys, he'll get it done any way he can. So I think that one, a very exciting lineup as well. But if you noticed with the 3 lineups I made, well, yeah, Jalen Hurts is quarterback for all 3 of them. And look, yes, I am a Jalen Hurts diehard fan, and I'm not going to change that now just because, other people are fans now. I'm going to stick to my guns. The dude is the future, and I think we'll go down as the greatest Eagles quarterback. So let me know your squad. Do you have Jalen Hurts? Are you taking McNabb? Do you got Cunningham? You building with Foles? Do you have Michael Vick there? Let me know who you got. Who are you spending the $5 on? Or maybe you're just taking everybody middle tier there. And, Shady up there at 5, and Harold Carmichael, T.O., and then Keith Jackson. I thought Keith Jackson a great choice, but I don't know that anybody, even my age or younger, is going to take Keith Jackson, especially for $5. Now, if they watched him play, they might consider doing that, and I definitely did, but it's like, bro, I'm not taking $5 Keith Jackson over $5 Terrell Owens. I mean, let's be real here. So look, you get a little, tight end / fullback action there with those old school tight end guys. But for me, this was pretty fun. And I would definitely love to hear your thoughts. And if you're watching this later, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Who you've got? How are you spending that $15? And look, there was one where I think it was at like 14, and I was like, shit. So I just threw an extra $1, got somebody better, So it's like, that's how good, a lot of these guys are. And I like how they did it. So I thought this was interesting and something that we could break down a little bit here. And my man Seamus joining us. Let's go, my dude. We're building ourselves the Ultimate Eagles fantasy squad here. We've got $15 to work with. Build your squad, my man. Love to hear who you guys are taking with that $15 there, because I mean, honestly, you could give me, again, just 50 different iterations of these lineups, and I would probably tell you, hell yeah, I'm all aboard that train. So, I mean, you take Michael Vick and build it with like Sproles right there, just spending $2. You'd have 13 left over. I mean, you could take T.O., you could take, let's see, Deshaun Jackson and T.O. there. That's 9. So that leaves you with 4. And then you get Goddard. I mean, that right there, holy hell, Vic, Sproles, Goddard, Deshaun Jackson, and Terrell Owens. I mean, that'd be pretty insane too. But for me, I think that I would have to go with Hurts no matter what, because the $3 right there, I was just like, y'all are tripping. I'm taking him if he's $5. You know what I mean? So I'm all about it, man. All about it. Have to go over the cap. Yeah, these things, the cap definitely does not exist for that. And what's funny is I was about to do a cap show. What the hell? Something on me. I was about to do a cap show. I was getting ready when I saw this. So little pivot there, and we will be talking about the Eagles cap tomorrow, talking about some of those free agents. If you guys missed that show the other day, check that out. The top 202 free agents remaining. Now, Kwiatkowski's gone, so 201 will be left. Sony Michel was not on my list of the top running backs, so sorry, dude. But still got 201 guys to go check out there. But I'll be talking about some of the top options out there when it comes to free agents, trade options, things like that, and looking at the salary cap. So I hope to see you tomorrow for that. Then Friday, we will have Fan Friday. You guys bring all your questions, comments, whatever the hell's on your mind. And you guys have been awesome these past few months, giving me all the craziness that's just in your head, bringing it out of my head. I love every second of that. But if you guys have a squad, let me know what it is. And again, maybe you want to sit and think about this for a while. You want to comment after the show's over. That's fine. That will help my algorithm too. So whatever's on your mind, I'd love to hear it. Nina in the building. Let's effing go. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you and the family are doing well. We were just talking about this post the Eagles made, and man, some really great choices here, Nina. Talking about, how we're going to build our $15 roster here. And for me, this was my number one. I showed a couple others, but this was my bread and butter here. And I think, getting Sproles for $1 was, man, starting off with $4 after I went Hurts Sproles. I was like, okay, I got some magic to work with. And went with T.O. and Goddard. Now, again, you could take, Keith Byers there for $1, add an extra 3, and you could add a freaking Harold Carmichael with T.O. Or, you could put Deshaun Jackson, have that extra $1, and then get yourself whoever the $2 running back was there. Ricky Waters, I think it was. So, I mean, you can do so many things here. Add that extra dollar, get Randall Cunningham if you want. Again, for me, I'm taking Jalen effing Hurts every day and then some. So that's who I had it as. But love to hear your thoughts. Everybody out there, you're watching. Who do you have? My man Drew, he's giving us his. Hurts for 3, indeed. Sproles for $1, T.O. 5, Devontae 3, and Chad Lewis 3. Love it, love it. So I saw what you did there with Goddard. You take the dollar away from Goddard, you get Chad Lewis, you give that dollar to Jeremy Maclin, you get Devontae Smith. And for me, I wanted to do that too, and that's why I made that third one to include Devontae Smith, because I don't think people realize how effing good this kid is. And I saw in a million things. So laughable that these people talk so much trash on the Eagles. But I'm telling you, I just don't think they know what they're watching here. So love to see that, man. And I think Devontae Smith, one of the greatest. So pairing Devontae Smith with T.O., Darren Sproles, and then having Chad Lewis. Oh, yeah. I love it, Drew. That's a great one. And that's what I mean. I mean, you could really make so many effing combinations. We have such a rich history with such great players that, man, this was really fun for me. But, yeah, it took me forever to try to make a damn graphic. I'm like, all right, dude, don't overthink this because, but exactly, Vic being $1 and that one I just went through, having Vic and Sproles and then Deshaun Jackson, T.O., Dallas Goedert, like, oh, my God. I mean, that would be insane. But for me, Michael Vick, I loved him, had a cannon. His accuracy, not so great, but, that dual threat capability really brought something to the table. Jalen Hurts, he has all that and then some. I just think he's a natural born leader. He's going to get T.O. to get his shit together. You know what I mean? He's that kind of guy. So for me, this was so hard, but the easiest thing was that $3 Jalen Hurts. And I hear you, though. That $1 Vic, it was like, and it's like, I love Nick Foles, too, but it's like, I'm not taking Nick Foles over any of these guys. Like, are you shitting me? So, I love Randall, so I don't know if I could do that. But, like, as a quarterback, I think if used properly and things would have went differently for Randall, I think, he would be better. But, it is what it is, man. So I love it. Love to hear your guys' list. But that's all I've got for you tonight. If you got anything from this, do me a favor. Hit that like button. If you're watching this later, feel free to comment. Not only does it help the channel, but I'm always happy to talk some birds with you. I'm always down. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a great week. If you need anything, please feel free to reach out, whether you want to talk about birds, you want to talk about life, whatever it may be. Try to be there as much as I can for you as you are for me. And look, we got the weekend coming. We're almost there. Tomorrow, as I told you, going to break some things down about the cap and everything else. And then on Friday, it is your night. So bring all your questions, comments, all that great stuff. We'll be breaking down everything that's been talked about this week. Whatever questions you have, bring them. We'll answer any questions that are thrown in the mailbag. So looking forward to these past few Fan Fridays have been awesome. And every single one has been enjoyable. But you guys roll up, and I just bring the stuff from throughout the week, and we just, shoot the shit. And I love every damn second of it. So love you all, and I appreciate you. And man, I mean, Randy Moss and Chris Carter. That's you better have a good damn season. But yeah, they were fun to watch, man. That Chris Carter, he kind of had his issues, and that's why he was like, but hey, best thing happened for him, Hall of Famer. So it is what it is. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a great rest of your night. And yeah, if you need anything, seriously, reach out. Sorry, I just blacked out for a second there. I know I wanted to say something else, but I've forgotten it. So have a great night. Until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. Let me see those $15 Eagles fantasy squads down in those comments. But until next time, have a great night. Stay safe out there. And as always, go Birds!